I'm gonna put that at the very end of the show and play that for you guys. But right now it's just me, and there's a few things I want to talk about and get into before I put the conversation that I had with Nate on. That'll be like the last 10 minutes. But no, surprisingly, I'm not eating cookies. I'm eating M&Ms. A lot of times, most of the time, you might not even know this, but most of the time when I record these episodes, I'm always eating like a different type of cookie. Mostly Oreos or chocolate chip. Those two are my favorite. But I'm usually eating cookies as I record the episode, which probably isn't professional. I probably shouldn't be eating anything. But this is my show, so I'm gonna do what I want. So right now I'm eating M&M. So if you hear me chomping, I'm trying to pause it in between. So I'm just not like eating and munching in your ear, because that's kind of nasty. But yeah, there's a few topics that I want to discuss today. Things I want to get into that are really a lot going on this week. In this, what is this, the second week of April, or third week of April? It's already the 15th. This month is already halfway over already. Doesn't it seem like to y'all that this year is going by really fast? Like, it seems like it was just March, like a couple of weeks ago, which I guess it was a couple of weeks ago. But what I'm saying is, this year is really going by. We pretty much blew past Easter, and now it'll be Mother's Day. Just a few weeks is gonna be Mother's Day, and then Father's Day, and we'll be way in the summer by Father's Day, and then 4th of July, and then summer will be halfway over then. And then football season will start, and before you know it, it'll be Halloween and Thanksgiving, and then it'll be Christmas again already. And the year will start all over again. Another year will start, and then I'll be another year older in March. So I'm already old. I'm already elderly right now. But I'm really excited about football season coming up. That part I like. I like the fact that the year is moving on, and football season in just a few months. Just a few short months is going to be upon us again. Earlier tonight, they released the 2016-2017 schedule for the Detroit Lions. As a lot of you know, I'm a big Detroit Lions fan. Yes, I know we are not that good, and we usually don't go that far, but I'm a Detroit Lions fan. That's my NFL team. Alabama, of course, is my college team. I'm an Alabama Crimson Tide fan. Roll Tide. And Alabama's going all the way this year. We're going to be national championship again. So, I don't know what to tell you if you don't think so. But, yeah, they released the Detroit Lions regular season schedule. And, I just want to go over that for a second. So, if you're not an NFL fan, or if you're not a football fan, then you might want to fast forward 2 minutes, because I'm going to go over this schedule real quick. But, yes, the Detroit Lions, let me pull it up on my phone real quick, and I want to go over the schedule. It's very interesting to me. Okay, starting in week 1, Sunday, September 11th, we play the Colts. Then week 2, we play the Titans. Then week 3, we're at Green Bay. Week 4, we play the Bears. Week 5, we play the Eagles. Week 6, we play the Rams. Week 7, we play the Washington Redskins. Week 8, we play the Houston Texans. Week 9, we're in Minnesota playing the Vikings. Then week 10 is a bye week. Week 11, we're playing the Jaguars. Week 12, on Thanksgiving, we play the Minnesota Vikings. And I guess in Detroit. And then we play New Orleans on week 13. Week 14, we play the Bears. Week 15, we play the Giants. Week 16, we play the Dallas Cowgirls. And then week 17, we play Green Bay again in Detroit. So that's our schedule for the upcoming season, the upcoming regular season. It's going to be very good. I can't wait. I think we at least are gonna go. We're gonna be 10-6 at least, and then we're gonna get. I know that's not very good, but 10-6, and I say that we will probably go pretty far in the playoffs. But hopefully, that's where we're at with the Detroit Lions. Hopefully, they do better than they did last year. Also, another sporting news. I'm giving sport news real quick. My favorite basketball player of all time played his last game this week. Kobe Bryant is retired from basketball. And I'm a big Lakers fan, even though the Lakers aren't that good. And probably, one of the last placed teams right now. I will always be a Lakers fan, just like I'm a Detroit Lions fan. They're not that good either, but when you're a real fan of any kind of sporting team, you have to be for your team, whether they're good or bad. And Kobe Bryant was always been my favorite basketball player, and it's truly the end of an era, and it's kind of sad. And he's done. He finally calls it quits. Went out swinging and scored, I think, over 40 points in his last game. So I think that's like he broke a record as the most points for the final game. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure he did. Of any player. He broke a lot of records in his career. But shout out to Kobe Bryant. He'll never hear this podcast. But if you know Kobe Bryant, then play this podcast for him and let him know that Johnny is a big fan of Kobe. So, In other sad news, ECW original and former WWE wrestler Balls Mahoney passed away Tuesday night. He died. He's dead. His birthday was Monday. His birthday was this past Monday, and apparently he fell on his birthday and he got sick or ill. I still don't know the cause of death right now as I'm recording this. So if anybody else knows, you have to let me know or link it, or send a link to me or send the information to me. But Balls Mahoney was 44 years old. He was married. He had a small child. So rest in peace, Balls Mahoney. I wasn't a big Balls Mahoney fan, I'm not gonna lie. But I always knew who he was, and I watched him wrestling, even going back into the original ECW. And I also watched him wrestling when he went to WWE. So, oh man, that's sad that two wrestlers dying, because when you're a wrestling fan, you're so used to it. This is an episode of the podcast for another time, but there have been so many wrestlers that passed away in my lifetime. So many famous wrestlers that I grew up watching, they're not here anymore for various reasons. Sometimes drug abuse, sometimes it's suicide, sometimes people just get old and die sometimes. Or due to health reasons, Here today, gone tomorrow. And people is dying they ain't never died before. That's what me and my mom always say. I think we got that from Mr. Brown on the Medea movies, but it's true. Think about that for a second. People is dying that has never died before. Anytime, I know it's not correct English either, but anytime somebody dies or passes away and it really shocks you, just think about that for a second. This is something that I posted about on Facebook the other night, and it's a very serious topic. But hopefully people will listen to it, and hopefully it'll reach the people that I want it to reach, because it's really directed at a few different people specifically. Well, it's for everybody that wants to listen to it, but it's really for maybe like one or two specific people. But hopefully, I'm not going to tag them in the episode, but hopefully they'll listen to this episode and hopefully they'll get the message. And this is what I was talking about the other day when I said I want to rant on this particular subject for a few minutes. And because this is my show, and this is produced by me, directed by me, starring me, I can do that. And this rant might get into some people's excuse me. It might get some people into their, in their feelings. It might alienate some people. They might take it the wrong way. But it is what it is. It's my friend Nate, who is going to be on this podcast in just a few minutes. It is what it is, as he would say. I just really got to get this off my chest. Because this has been burning a hole in the soul of Jonathan the last few days. But, okay. This is directed towards my female listeners, my female Facebook friends, my female friends, any female that listens to this show. I want you to listen to me. I want you to stop doing what you're doing. Turn this up. Turn the volume all the way up on this. Listen to your friend Jonathan. Listen to Johnny right now as I'm giving you this rant or this speech or whatever. Listen. I have a boyfriend, husband, significant other, whatever. And how can I say this? I'm going to try to put this as politically correct as I possibly can, because I know I'm going to offend somebody, and I know it's going to probably offend more than one person, because I'm probably going to say something that's going to hit home for a lot of people. But if you are a woman and you're a beautiful, all women are beautiful in different ways. But let's say you got a lot going for you. Let's say you're a woman and you work and you take care of your kids, and you're a good woman. You cook, you clean, you do things around the house, you do laundry. Let's say you're the total package, which a lot of you are. One thing that I just cannot stand, and I really can't stand it, is when I see good women go through bullshit that they don't have to go through. And what I mean by that is, I'm definitely not going to cut this part of the episode out, because I want a lot of people to hear this. When women take care of a man who should be at least pulling his weight in a relationship or the partnership or whatever, and these good women, they end up taking care of the man. But what that means is, when a woman works, pays all the bills, buys all the food, does every damn thing, and then the man basically does nothing, and he basically treats the woman like shit. I think that's one thing that's really vexing me here lately, because I see this like everywhere, all around me. It's going on with a family member of mine right now, and I'm not gonna say who, but if you know me, you know what I'm talking about. But I don't think they're gonna hear this podcast, so it doesn't matter anyway. But that it really bothers me when piece of shit men take advantage of good women. And these good women could do a whole lot better, and could probably have any guy or any good guy, any nice guy they want to be with, and still they settle for these men that don't treat them right. And Angel Lee, by the way, shout out to Angel, very close person.